Hey everyone, welcome to Snooze Central. Today, we're going over how caffeine destroys your sleep and productivity. Be sure to watch until the end because we've got the best strategies for reducing your caffeine intake. Before we get into the video, make sure to check out the link in the description for one of my best recommendations for getting better sleep at night. Now let's get straight into the video. Caffeine is the world's favorite pick-me-up, with millions starting their day with a coffee or energy drink. It's almost like a ritual. The smell of brewing coffee is synonymous with mornings everywhere. But while caffeine is celebrated for its ability to shake off the morning grogginess and kickstart our productivity, there's a darker side to this popular stimulant. Many of us rely on caffeine to power through our day, but few realize how it could be sabotaging our sleep and, ironically, our productivity too. It's a classic case of what helps us in the short run might be hurting us in the long run. Caffeine lingers in the body much longer than many realize, disrupting sleep patterns and reducing the quality of rest we get at night. In this video, we'll dive into the complex relationship between caffeine, sleep, and productivity. Part 1. Understanding caffeine. Caffeine is a natural stimulant most commonly found in coffee and tea. It makes its way into our diets mainly through coffee, energy drinks, tea, sodas, and even some medications and supplements. What makes caffeine so compelling is its ability to stave off drowsiness and keep us alert. But how exactly does it pull off this neat trick? Once ingested, caffeine quickly absorbs into the bloodstream and begins its journey to the brain. In the brain, caffeine blocks the action of adenosine, a neurotransmitter that promotes relaxation and sleepiness. By hindering adenosine's effects, caffeine essentially puts a temporary stop to your body's natural wind-down process, making you feel more alert and awake. This blocking of adenosine also stimulates the brain to release other neurotransmitters like dopamine and norepinephrine, which enhance concentration, attention, and energy. This is why after a cup of coffee, you might feel a sudden lift in mood and energy levels. Caffeine is literally changing the chemistry of your brain to make you feel more upbeat and energetic. But caffeine's effects vary from person to person. Factors like body mass, tolerance, and even genetics can influence how you metabolize caffeine, and thus how strongly and for how long you feel its effects. For instance, someone who rarely drinks coffee may feel jittery or overly alert after just one cup, while a regular coffee drinker might need several cups to achieve the same effect. Understanding how caffeine works can help you use it more effectively, and maybe even prevent those unwanted caffeine jitters or a mid-afternoon crash. Part 2. Impact on sleep. Caffeine's ability to mess with your sleep is one of its most significant drawbacks. Even if you stop feeling its stimulating effects, caffeine can linger in your body for up to 6 hours. This lingering effect means that a late afternoon or evening coffee can be the culprit behind why you're staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., wondering why you can't sleep. The primary issue here is caffeine's interference with your sleep cycle. By blocking adenosine, caffeine not only prevents you from feeling sleepy, but also disrupts the quality of sleep you get once you finally doze off. This can significantly impact the amount of deep sleep and REM sleep you achieve throughout the night. Deep sleep is crucial for physical restoration, while REM sleep plays a critical role in memory and learning. So, when caffeine reduces the quality and quantity of these sleep stages, it doesn't just rob you of rest. It compromises your body's ability to rejuvenate and your brain's ability to process and store information. Moreover, the disruption in sleep architecture often leads to a non-restorative sleep experience, where you wake up feeling like you haven't slept at all. This lack of quality sleep can accumulate as a sleep debt, leading to chronic sleep deprivation. This condition is linked to a myriad of health issues, from decreased cognitive function and mood changes to weakened immune response and increased risk of chronic diseases. Being aware of caffeine's potential to disrupt your sleep is crucial. Timing your caffeine intake to ensure it's out of your system by bedtime can help mitigate its sleep-disrupting effects, leading to better overall health and well-being. Part 3. Caffeine and productivity. Caffeine and productivity often seem like perfect partners. After all, many of us reach for a cup of coffee when we need to kick our productivity into high gear. Initially, caffeine delivers by boosting alertness and focus, helping you plow through tasks and meetings. However, this relationship is a bit more complicated than it first appears. The immediate effect of caffeine is an increase in alertness. It does this by blocking adenosine, a chemical in your brain that makes you feel sleepy, and by increasing adrenaline, which energizes the body. This can be great for short-term boosts. Think of those times you've sipped a latte and felt your focus sharpen as you tackled a complex problem or deadline. But here's the twist. The productivity boost from caffeine is often short-lived. As the caffeine starts to wear off, you might find yourself feeling a drop in energy and focus. This decline can tempt you into reaching for more caffeine, leading to a cycle of highs and lows throughout the day. This can actually decrease productivity over time as your body begins to expect and depend on caffeine just to achieve a baseline level of alertness. Moreover, if your caffeine consumption affects your sleep, as it likely does, the lost sleep can impair cognitive function the following day, further impacting productivity. Lack of adequate sleep affects memory, concentration, and problem-solving skills, all critical for optimal productivity. Balancing caffeine intake to enhance rather than hinder, productivity involves understanding its effects on your body and moderating your consumption to avoid dependency and maintain natural energy levels. Part 4. Health risks associated with excessive caffeine consumption. Excessive caffeine consumption comes with its own set of health risks that can't be ignored. While a moderate amount of caffeine is generally considered safe for most people, going overboard can lead to several not-so-great outcomes. One of the most immediate effects of too much caffeine is the potential to experience physical symptoms like jitteriness, heart palpitations, and elevated blood pressure. These symptoms aren't just uncomfortable, they can exacerbate existing health conditions, particularly those related to the heart and blood pressure. Beyond these physical effects, there's the risk of psychological impacts, such as increased anxiety and stress. Caffeine stimulates your adrenal glands, which means your body can go into a fight or flight mode more frequently. Over time, this heightened state of alertness can lead to increased feelings of anxiety and even panic attacks, especially in those predisposed to these conditions. Then there's the issue of sleep disruption, which we've touched on before. Regular intake of large amounts of caffeine can severely disrupt your sleep patterns, leading to insomnia or consistently poor quality sleep. This kind of sleep deprivation can have a ripple effect, impacting everything from your mood to your immune system. And let's not forget about caffeine dependence. Regularly consuming high doses can lead to your body developing a tolerance, meaning you need more caffeine to achieve the same effects. This can spiral into a dependence where you might experience withdrawal symptoms like headaches, fatigue, and irritability if you don't get your caffeine fix. Being mindful of these risks is crucial. While caffeine can be a helpful tool for enhancing alertness and focus, moderation is key to avoiding these potential downsides. Part 5. Alternatives to caffeine for boosting productivity. If you're looking to cut back on caffeine but still need a boost to get through your day, don't worry. There are plenty of alternatives that can help increase your productivity without the side effects associated with too much caffeine. One great option is green tea. It still contains caffeine, but in much lower amounts compared to coffee. Plus, green tea is rich in L-theanine, an amino acid that promotes relaxation without drowsiness. This combo can help enhance focus and attention in a more balanced way than the sharp jolt from a strong coffee. Yerba mate is another beverage that's often hailed as a healthier stimulant. Like green tea, it offers a milder and more sustained energy boost without the highs and lows of coffee. It's also packed with antioxidants and nutrients, adding a little extra benefit to your drink. If you prefer to avoid caffeine entirely, consider herbal teas like peppermint or ginger tea. These can invigorate the senses and offer a refreshing break that revitalizes your mind and body. Aside from drinks, increasing your water intake can significantly impact energy levels and concentration. Dehydration often causes fatigue and sluggishness, so simply drinking more water throughout the day can keep you alert and efficient. Lastly, don't underestimate the power of a good break. Short, regular breaks for physical activity, like a walk or a stretch, can greatly enhance productivity. These breaks help clear your mind, improve circulation, and can keep you energized without any dietary stimulants at all. Exploring these alternatives can not only help you maintain your productivity, but also support a healthier lifestyle overall. Before we get into some strategies for reducing caffeine intake, make sure to check out the link in the description for my best recommendation for getting better sleep at night. Now let's get into the strategies. Part 6. Strategies to reduce caffeine intake. Reducing your caffeine intake doesn't have to be a painful process. With a few strategic approaches, you can ease off caffeine gradually and minimize discomfort, helping your body adjust smoothly. First, it's helpful to start by tracking how much caffeine you actually consume in a day. Many people are surprised by the total when they include all sources like sodas, energy drinks, tea, and even certain snacks or medications. Once you have a clear picture, you can begin to cut back slowly. For example, if you typically drink 4 cups of coffee a day, start by cutting down to 3. Another effective strategy is to dilute your caffeinated beverages. If you're a coffee drinker, try mixing half decaf and half regular in your brew. This way, you can still enjoy the taste and ritual of your morning cup without the full hit of caffeine. Switching out one of your daily caffeinated drinks for a caffeine-free alternative can also help. Herbal teas or caffeine-free sodas can fill the gap while your body adjusts to lower levels of caffeine. If you experience withdrawal symptoms like headaches or irritability, over-the-counter pain relievers can help. Just be sure to check that they don't contain caffeine, as some headache or pain medications might. Finally, give yourself some credit for any reductions you make and monitor how you feel as you adjust. Many people find they sleep better and feel less anxious with less caffeine in their system, which can be a big motivator to keep going. Gradually decreasing your caffeine intake can lead to significant benefits, including better sleep and reduced anxiety, making the effort well worth it. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more videos about sleep. Check out this video here, and I'll see you in the next one.